Well, this is it.
Seven four 505B.
What wing?
Maximum wing, block 9.
Standard release?
Parole 3 out of 5, good behavior.
Give me a minute. One Timex digital watch broken. One unused prophylactic. One soiled. Boots, black. Belt, black. One black suit jacket. One pair of black suit pants. One hat. Black. One pair of sunglasses. $23.07. Sign here.
Are you the police?
No, ma'am. We're musicians.
Originating from the Bill Brown Studio inside the Broadcast Entertainment Complex on the campus of Hillsborough Community College in the National Historic Landmark District of Ybor City here in Tampa, Florida. Welcome to an incredibly extra long play, Tampa Turntable Sessions here on Hawk Radio. My name is Mike Frazier, the aging teen idol Mike Frazier, and along with the TTS Productions crew, I am your host for today's very special session topic. You see, for the next 3.5 hours, I'll be guiding you through our celebration of the 45th anniversary of the Blues Brothers movie. Recognizing the history, recognizing and reliving several of the film's most memorable and funniest scenes, and of course, recognizing the music. Between now and 4 Eastern, you're going to hear every song that was in the movie, all 29, plus 2 extremely rare and hard-to-find tracks that were recorded by the band and filmed before ultimately being cut from all versions of the movie, where, according to John Landis, the film's director, except for the audio, these 2 scenes have been completely lost. In fact, a few minutes back, I already played the first song heard in the movie. It came from Blues Hall of Famer, singer, and early Chicago Blues electric guitarist Fenton Robertson. From 1974, it was Somebody Loan Me a Dime, a re-recording of his 1967 signature song that was heard 1 minute and 47 seconds into the movie when the guards are taking Jake from his cell to be released from the Joliet, Illinois State Correctional Center. So we got that going for us already, which is really, really nice. Then, additionally, during the second half of today's show, I'll take you back so you can hear the original artists of the songs that Jake and Elwood, along with the fabulous Blues Brothers show band and review, covered in the movie. It's covering the originals of the Blues Brothers movie, and that'll be the second half of the show. So, yeah, it's 2 shows, 2 sessions for the price of 1, and all that for only $2. And what do you know? Let's see here. At 37 minutes past the hour... let's see. Let's see. It is May 22nd. No, it's May 2nd. Christ, I'm getting ahead of myself. May 2nd, 2025. And whether you're listening live at Hawk Radio's official online stream at hawkradio.primostream.com or checking us out live on our stream at Mike Frazier Radio on Facebook Live, YouTube, or X, I hope you'll stay with me right here all afternoon for this, our last live in-studio showgram on Hawk Radio before I get paroled. Cut off this court-ordered electronic clinker clicker I have on my ankle here. Probation pager, I guess you can call it. Anyway, so we're going to go hang out at the beach then for the rest of the summer and do some shows from there. It is the Blues Brothers movie 45th anniversary celebration today on the Tampa Turntable Sessions here on HCC's Hawk Radio. All right. Of course, I just got to thinking that it probably wasn't a good idea to drink so much coffee and water earlier in the show. Those 3 orange whips I had. Probably not a good idea, remembering that this show is commercial free, and as always, we give it to you out of our pocket. But that's going to be a long 3 hours without having to use the bathroom. Maybe I should get a jug or something. On that note, by the way, before I start, let me just point out that the theatrical release of the movie of the Blues Brothers, it ran at 2 hours and 23 minutes. Co-producer Josh Pendowski said, we should have just run the audio from the movie and saved about an hour and 15 minutes on today's show. So. And that movie was the American musical comedy action film, The Blues Brothers. It starred Chicago native comedian, actor, singer, and musician John Belushi as Joliet Jake Blues, and Ottawa, Ontario, Canada native comedian, actor, screenwriter, singer, and musician Dan Aykroyd as his brother Elwood. Based on the characters developed from the recurring musical sketch The Blues Brothers on NBC's variety series Saturday Night Live. The script is set in and around Chicago, Illinois, where it was filmed, and the screenplay is by Aykroyd and the film's director, John Landis, who was just coming off the 1978 success, some success that he had directing, not some success, the success he had directing National Lampoon's Animal House, and its ensemble cast that, by the way, also included John Belushi. So here's the pitch. The Blues Brothers movie is a tale of redemption for paroled convict Joliet Jake and his unrelated brother, Elwood Blues, who set out on a, quote, mission from God to prevent the foreclosure of the Roman Catholic orphanage where they were raised. To do so, they have to reunite their R&B band and organize a performance to earn the $5,000 needed to pay the orphanage's property tax bill. Along the way, they're targeted by a homicidal mystery woman, neo-Nazis, and a country western band, all while being relentlessly pursued by the police. As soon as Jake's released from prison, when Elwood picks him up in the new Bluesmobile, an old 1974 Dodge Monaco Mount Prospect police car that's got a cop motor, a 440 cubic inch plant. It's got cop tires, cop suspension, cop shocks. It's a model made before catalytic converters, so it'll run good on regular gas. That's when you'll hear the first song from the Blues Brothers at 6 minutes and 49 seconds into the film. And what do you know? At 41 minutes past the hour, and geez, what? Several minutes into this show, you're going to hear it right now. And it's just 2 minutes away from now. According to an April 20th, 2004 Chicago Sun-Times article from Jeff Johnson, it was also John Belushi's favorite blues song, according to his widow. It's She Caught the Katy, next on Hawk Radio, where this afternoon we are recognizing and celebrating the 45th anniversary of the 1980 release of the movie The Blues Brothers on the Tampa Turntable Sessions.
You better get bright, pal. We got a show to do. Then we got to figure out some way to collect that gate money. Get it to the Cook County Assessor's office as soon as they open in the morning.
Joliet, Jake, and Elwood Blues. Two men with a mission, and only 11 days.
Oh, Our Lady of Blessed Acceleration, don't fail me now.
For me and the Lord, we got an understanding.
We're on a mission from God.
How are you going to raise $5,000 in 11 days without ripping off somebody?
You see two guys coming here, black suits, black hats, one carrying a briefcase?
Yeah, I just sent him down there.
Thank you.
John Belushi.
You, how much for your wife?
Dan Aykroyd.
After the gig, maybe we could, hang out together.
James Brown.
I heard the sound in my car.
Cab Calloway. Ray Charles.
You know depreciation, man.
Carrie Fisher.
I must now kill you and your brother.
Aretha Franklin.
You're living with me now, and you're not gonna go sliding around with your old white woman friends.
Henry Gibson.
He better pray the police get to him before we do.
And the Blues Brothers Band.
Let's go, boys.
The Blues Brothers.
Are you the police?
No, ma'am. We're musicians.
my baby called Katie left me a mule to ride. The train pulled out, I swung on behind. Crazy about it, hard-headed woman of mine. Man, my baby long, great gosh almighty, my baby tall. You know my baby long, great gosh almighty, my baby tall. You know my baby she long, my baby she tall. You sleep with her head and catch her, and I'll preach out in the hall. Crazy about her, that hard-headed woman of mine. Well, I love my baby, she's so fine. Wish she'd come and see me sometime. She don't believe I love her. We're gonna hold on. She'll believe I'm saying, kid, look what shame on me. She caught Katie, left me a mule to ride. She caught Katie, left me a mule to ride. Well, my baby called Katie, left me a mule to ride. The train pulled out, I swung on behind. Crazy about that hard-headed woman of mine. Hey, 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 hey.
Hello, boys. Nice to see you. Please, have a seat. No, boys. Come over here in front of me. I want to see your faces. The county took a tax assessment of this property last month. They want $5,000.
Doesn't the church have to pay that?
They would if they were interested in keeping the place, but they aren't. The Archbishop wants to sell this building outright to the Board of Education.
Forget it. $5,000, no problem. We'll have it for you in the morning. Let's go, Elwood.
No, no. I will not take your filthy, stolen money.
Well, then, I guess you're really up shit creek.
I beg your pardon. What did you say?
I offered to help you.
Mm-hmm.
You refused to take our money.
Mm-hmm.
Then I said, I guess you're really up shit creek.
Ow!
Christ, Jake, take it easy, man.
Elwood.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Ow!
Jesus.
Oh, you fat penguin! You're such a disappointing pair. I prayed so hard for you. It saddens and hurts me that the two young men whom I raised to believe in the Ten Commandments have returned to me as two thieves with filthy mouths and bad attitudes. Get out and don't come back. until you've redeemed yourselves.
Let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. Don't care if you're young or old. Get together, let the good times roll. Don't sit there mumbling and talking trash. If you want to have a ball, you gotta go out and spend some cash. Let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. Don't care if you're young or old. Get together, let the good times roll. Hey, Mr. Landlord, lock up all the doors. When the police comes around, tell them the joint is closed. And let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. Don't care if you're young or old. Go out and let the good times roll. Hey, y'all, tell everybody Mr. Jordan's in town. I got $1.25 and I'm just ran the clown. But don't let nobody play me cheap. I got 50 cents more that I'm gonna keep. So let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. Don't care if you're young or old. Get together and let the good times roll. Yeah, no matter whether it's rainy weather, birds of a feather gotta stick together. So get yourself under control. Go out and get together and let the good times roll.
Hawk Radio and the Tampa Turntable Sessions. I'm Mike Frazier, your host this afternoon, where the session topic is the Blues Brothers movie, recognizing and celebrating the 45th anniversary of its theatrical release. By providing some facts, behind-the-scenes history, revisiting several of the movie's most memorable moments, and, of course, talking about and playing all the film's music and songs. That includes the one we just heard from Blues Hall of Fame inductee Louis Jordan and his Symphony 5 with their Billboard magazine R&B chart hit song that reached number 2 in early 1947, called Let the Good Times Roll. In fact, the song finished that year as the 7th overall R&B song. Although technically in 1947, Billboard had yet to use the term rhythm and blues, so the actual name of the R&B chart was known as, quote, Billboard Most Played Raced Records. And with weekly rankings compiled based on the reporting of the number of times a record was played on the nation's jukeboxes. Louis Jordan and his Symphony 5 dominated the year-end chart with 10 ranked records, including 5 of the top 10 and the number 1 record of the year entitled Ain't Nobody Here But Us Chickens. As for Let the Good Times Roll, it showed up at 37 minutes into the Blues Brothers when Elwood played the LP in his apartment before he and Jake fell asleep. However, the Blues Brothers wasn't the first movie that the song was heard in. Jordan and his Timpani 5 performed it live 33 years earlier in 1947 for the film Reet, Petite, and Gone. Jordan had specialized in party tunes, and way before YOLO, or You Only Live Once, was a saying or a thing, Louis Jordan declared, quote, "Hey everybody, let's have some fun. You only live once, and when you're dead, you're done. So let the good times roll." Now, as far as its inclusion in the Blues Brothers, personally, I like to think that it's a recommendation to the film's viewing audience and a tip-off or a foreshadow to the movie's plot of getting the band back together, which is about ready to take off the very next morning, continue through the rest of the movie. So there's that. It is 54 minutes past the hour on Hawk Radio, and now up is self-proclaimed soul brother number one, James Brown, the godfather of soul, who, along with the king of gospel, Reverend James Cleveland's choir, and a not-so-obvious cameo from the queen of funk, Chaka Khan, as the choir's soloist. After visiting Sister Mary Stigmata, otherwise known as the Penguin, played by veteran comedic actress and Chicago native Kathleen Freeman, at St. Helena of the Blessed Shroud Orphanage in Calumet City, the brothers head to the Triple Rock Baptist Church on Chicago's far southeast side, much to the annoyance of Jake, who doesn't, quote, want to listen to no jive-ass preacher talking to me about heaven and hell. It's there when Jake sees the light and the boys comically realize that going forward, they're on a mission from God. And that's to get the band back together in order to raise money to save the orphanage. And, you know, I know it all sounds so stupid, especially if you haven't seen the movie. But if you're unfamiliar with it, just know that on Rotten Tomatoes, it does have an aggregate score of 71% based on 91 professional film critic reviews and a 92% approval rating based on over 2,500 user reviews and submissions. And by my math, that's a solid C from the critics and definitely a solid A+ from moviegoers, which is 2 passing scores. So, with that being said, here comes James Brown as the Reverend Cleophas James with his musical sermon, The Old Landmark. Hey, we're celebrating the 45th anniversary of the Blues Brothers today on the Tampa Turntable Sessions, and thanks for being here.
We gotta figure out some way to get that money honestly.
Well, that could be a problem.
It's like the Penguin says. We gotta make that move towards redemption. We gotta go to church.
You gotta make that move toward redemption. You gotta go to church.
Bullshit. Come on.
And now, people, when I woke up this morning, I heard a disturbing sound. I said when I woke up this morning, I heard a disturbing sound. What I heard was a jingle-jangle of 1,000 lost souls. I'm talking about the soul of mortal men and women departed from this life. Wait a minute. Those lost language souls roaming unseen over the earth, seeking a divine life. They'll not find because it's too late. Too late, yeah. Too late for them to ever see again the life they once chose not to follow. All right. Don't be lost when the time comes. For the day of the Lord cometh as a thief in the night. Yeah. Can I get that, man? Well. Let us all to the hole. Let us all to the hole. Let us all to the hole. And we pay the price. Let us kneel in the hole. Let us kneel in the hole. Let us kneel in the hole. And this, hey, red one. Well, now let us preach.
It's the Tampa Turntable Sessions, where this afternoon we are recognizing the 45th anniversary of the release of the cult classic movie, The Blues Brothers, by celebrating its music and acknowledging its cultural impact. This is Hawk Radio. I am Mike Frazier, and that was James Brown with the Reverend Cleveland James Choir, performing together to sing the word and deliver us the gospel standard, the Old Landmark. Besides James Brown, the Blues Brothers movie featured musical numbers from 4 other groundbreaking prominent American rhythm and blues and soul artists, 3 of whom's performances from the movie are still to come. That being Cab Calloway, Ray Charles, and Aretha Franklin. The 4th great artist was legendary blues singer, songwriter, and guitarist John Lee Hooker, who, when the movie premiered on June 20th, 1980, was 62 years old. Or 67 years old. I say that because in Bob Eagles and Eric LeBlanc's 2013 book entitled Blues, A Regional Experience, Hooker's day of birth is no mystery, but his year of birth is a subject of debate. The years 1912, 1915, 1917, 1920, and 1923 have all been thrown around and suggested. Most officials and sources listed as 1970, though at times Hooker stated he was born in 1920. Lots of dates going around there, yet information found in the 1920 and 1930 censuses indicate he was actually born in 1912, and he was one of 9 children. So, in Chicago 1961, when he recorded his song Boom Boom, Hooker was 44 or 49 years old, depending on which year he was actually born. Either way, it's a hell of a blues standard, and the song that music critic Charles Shaar Murray called, quote, the greatest pop song he ever wrote. So, my quote, whether he was born in 1912, 1917, 1920, or whatever, who the hell cares? As he relates to the film, he's the only musical artist featured in 2 different forms. Diegetically, when Boogie Chillin', another of his songs, is played as part of the movie's narrative as the band drives to their first gig at Bob's Country Bunker in Kokomo, Indiana. And also, first, 15 minutes earlier, when he is seen portraying the character Street Slim at the 57-minute mark, showcasing his blues style and the city of Chicago's musical heritage, when he performs a live version of Boom Boom outside the Soul Food Cafe on Maxwell Street, sharing the scene with the help of 2 other notable and early Chicago blues musicians, those being Big Walter Horton on harmonica and pianist Pinetop Perkins, who Hooker gets into an argument with over who wrote the song. So, no you didn't. Yes, I did. No, you didn't. I've got John Lee Hooker's original 1962 release of Boom Boom on the way, right after a couple of rare recordings of cover songs in their entirety. First, of Tony Rennis's Quantro, 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 heard but edited down. It did show up in the movie, again, just in an edited form. The second, of Billy Joel's Just the Way You Are, totally cut from all versions of the movie and never heard. Both were performed in the movie by Steve the Colonel Cropper, Donald Duck Dunn, Willie Too Big Hall, Tom Bones Malone, and Murphy Dunn, collectively known as Murph and the Magic Tones. And it's from their nightly lounge act in the Armada Room at the Holiday Inn O'Hare. And it's part of our celebration of the Blues Brothers movie 45th anniversary on the Tampa Turntable Sessions and Hawk Radio.
Dime quando tu verrai. Dime quando lì un giorno loro in qui forse te mi bacerai ogni istante tenderò fino quando di improvviso ti vedrò sorrentendo me si può dirmi di sì devi dirlo perché non ha senso per me la mia via senza te. Hey! Dimmi quando tu verrai, dimmi quando marchando tu verai, non se le creeremo mai, mai, mai quando.
You're marvelous. Thank you. I'm Murph, and these are the Magic Tones. Steve the Colonel Cropper, Donald Duck Dunn, Willie Two Big Hall, and Tom Bones Malone. We'll be back with the Magic Tones for the Armada Room's 2-hour disco swing party after this short break. Till then, don't you go changing.
Don't go changing to try and please me. You never let me down before. I could not love you any better. I love you just the way you just the way you are.
So, Jake, you're out, you're free, you're rehabilitated. What's next? What's happening? What you gonna do? You got the money you owe us, motherfucker?
Look, let's just get something straight here. The reason he got locked in the slam in the first place was for sticking up a gas station to cover you guys. You're kidding. He pulled that job to pay for the band's room service tab from that Kiwanis gig in Coal City.
You did? That's right. So I don't want to hear any more of this small change shit.
We're putting the band back together.
Now, who here at this table can honestly say that they played any finer or felt any better than they did when they were with the Blues Brothers? You were the backbone, the nerve center of a great rhythm and blues band. You can make that live, breathe, and jump again. Murph and the Magic Tones, look at you in those candy-ass monkey suits. And I thought I had it bad in Joliet.
At least we got a change in clothes, sucker. You wearing the same shit you had on 3 years ago.
Jake ain't lying, though. We had a band powerful enough to turn goat piss into gasoline.
But we'll never get that fat sound again. Not without some more horns. We'll never get Mr. Fabulous.
Where is he?
Forget it. Mr. Fabulous is the top maitre d' at the Chez Paul. He's pulling down 6 bills a week.
Yeah, and Matt Murphy up and got himself married.
Where is Matt Guitar Murphy?
He opened a soul food restaurant with his old lady on Maxwell Street, and he took Blue Lou with him.
You'll never get Matt and Mr. Fabulous out of them high-paying gigs.
Oh, yeah. Well, me and the Lord, we got an understanding.
We're on a mission from God.
Boom, 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 boom. Gonna shoot you right down, right off of your feet. Take you home with me. Put you in my house. Boom, 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 boom. Ow, how, how, how. I love to see you strut up and down the floor when you're talking to me. That baby talk, I like it like that. Oh, yeah. Talk that talk. Walk that walk. whisper in my ear. Tell me that you love me. I love that talk. When you talk like that, you knock me out. Right off of my feet. Whoa, 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 whoa. Boy, talk.
Help you, boys?
You got any white bread?
Yes.
I'll have some toasted white bread, please.
You want butter or jam on that toast, honey?
No, ma'am. Dry. Got any fried chicken?
Best damn chicken in the state.
Bring me 4 fried chickens and a Coke.
You want chicken wings or chicken legs?
4 fried chickens and a Coke.
And some dry white toast, please.
You all want anything to drink with that?
No, ma'am.
A Coke.
Be up in a minute. We got 2 hunkies out there dressed like Hasidic diamond merchants.
Say what?
They look like they're from the CIA or something.
What they want to eat?
The tall one wants white bread, toast, dry, with nothing on it.
Elwood.
And the other one wants 4 whole fried chickens and a Coke.
And Jake, shit, the Blues Brothers.
The Blues Brothers? Shit. They still owe you money, fool.
Ma'am, would it make you feel any better if you knew that what we're asking Matt here to do is a holy thing?
You see, we're on a mission from God.
Walking around every day playing games and taking scores. Trying to make other people lose their mind. Well, be careful you don't lose yours. Yeah, think about what you're trying to do to me. Yeah. But your mind won't let yourself be free. You need me, and I need you. Without each other, ain't nothing we can do. Yeah. Think about it, baby. What you trying to do to me? To the bone now. Think about it right now. Oh, freedom. I don't. Hey, think about what you're trying to do to me. Think that your mind gonna let yourself be free. You need me, and I need you. Without each other, ain't nothing we can do. Yeah. Think about it, baby. What you trying to do to me? To the bone now. Think about it, baby. Yeah. The deepness.
The Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin, along with the Blues Brothers Band, with Think this afternoon on Hawk Radio. It's that re-recording of her 1968 original single, which she performed starting at about the 1 hour and 3 minute spot of the Blues Brothers movie, when her husband, played by Matt Guitar Murphy, decides that he wants to go perform again as part of the Blues Brothers band. She puts her foot down and lets him know that you ain't going sliding around with your old white hoodlum friends. And it makes sense that I'm playing it, since we're putting a spotlight on the Blues Brothers movie. I am Mike Frazier, and this is the Tampa Turntable Sessions, today celebrating the 45th anniversary of the film's theatrical release. And doing so all afternoon, or at least until 4 Eastern, preempting regular programming, as this is our final live in-studio show on Hawk Radio for the semester. We will be back here in Hawk Radio in late August. Take the summer off, do some special shows on YouTube, Facebook Live, out from the beach house. So that sounds like it's going to be fun. That will be fun. 19 minutes past the hour, and whether you're familiar or not with the movie, The Blues Brothers, I'll tell you that at its comedic core, it's as much about paying respect to the history of Chicago blues. So you might be asking, just what makes Chicago blues, well, Chicago blues? Simply put, reflecting the experiences of African Americans who moved north to the Windy City during the Great Migration, it's the evolution of Delta blues music that developed in Chicago between the late 1940s through the 1960s. It's plugged in, meaning it's characterized by its urban sound, lyrics depicting city life, and its use of electric instruments, particularly the electric guitar. It's most often accompanied with other over-amplified instruments like the electric bass, harmonica. There's also drums, piano, and even brass horns. Some names of the fathers and mothers of Chicago blues, well, they include Big Bill Brunsey, Arthur Big Boy Crudup, Muddy Waters, Albert Collins, and Howlin' Wolf. Or is that Wolf? And Howling Wolf. Willie Dixon, Junior Wells, Magic Sam, and Coco Taylor. By the way, I did have to look up Chicago blues artists to get most of those names, but there's also Otis Spann, Buddy Guy, Lonnie Brooks, and slide guitarist Tampa Red and Kokomo Arnold. That word again was Kokomo. Kokomo. Another prominent slide guitarist was Elmore James, the king of the slide guitar, a nickname earned for his technique of having used only a single string guitar. One string on that damn thing. Both a Blues Hall of Fame and Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee, one of his best-known pieces was 1961's Shake Your Moneymaker. And while the song's also been inducted into both the Blues and Rock and Roll Halls of Fame, its often repeating lyric of the song's title offers little insight into any possible true meaning of the song. Though Peter Silverton, the author of the book, Filthy English, believes its context may be in the sort of realm, kind of along the lines of the opening line from Jane Austen's novel Pride and Prejudice. Now, having neither read the 200-year-old book, nor wanting to read the 200-year-old book called Pride and Prejudice, I'll take his word on it that it opens up with, quote, "It is a truth universally acknowledged that a single man in possession of good fortune must be in want of a wife." Sadly, Elmore James died of a heart attack at age 45, and less than 2 years after the release of Shake Your Moneymaker. In The Blues Brothers, it's heard pretty early in the film, 15 minutes in, when it's played while Jake and Elwood visit with Cab Calloway's character, Curtis, at the St. Helen of the Blessed Shroud Orphanage. Shake Your Moneymaker on Hawk Radio and the Tampa Turntable Sessions. It's Elmore James playing his single-string slide guitar, all part of our tribute to the 45th anniversary of the Blues Brothers movie.
Shake your money maker, 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 and then shake your money maker, 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 and then I shake your money maker. Shake your money maker, baby. You gotta shake your money maker. Shake your money maker. You gotta shake your money maker. And then she just won't be true. She got to the place she want to do a thing I tell her to. She won't shake her money maker. Won't shake her money maker. She won't roll her aggy daggy. She won't shake her money maker. She won't shake her money maker. She won't.
Everybody, come on and clap your hands, will you? Just for me now. I like it like that. Soothe me, baby, soothe me. Soothe me with your kindness. For you know your powerful love is soothing to me. One more time. Soothe me, baby, soothe me. Soothe me with your kindness. Come on now, just do this again. Oh, yeah. That's it. Come on now, put your hands together. Everybody, come on now. Soothe me, soothe me, soothe me, baby. You got to soothe me. Put it home.
What did I do?
You failed to stop at a red signal.
The light was yellow, sir.
Master your license, please.
Man, I haven't been pulled over in 6 months. I bet those cops have got SCMODs.
SCMODs?
State, County, Municipal Offender Data System.
Elwood, we show your license currently under suspension. Step out of the car, please.
When the day comes and you're down and a river
Hawk Radio with the Tampa Turntable Sessions and our long play anniversary celebration of the Blues Brothers movie release 45 years ago today. Mike Frazier back with you now after hearing Elmore James and a twofer from Miami Soul and R&B duo Sam Moore and Dave Prater. Sam and Dave, the Sultans of Sweat, with first and from their Stax record release Double Dynamite, Soothe Me, as recorded live in London, England, which I then followed up with the number one R&B hit Hold On I'm Coming from the album of the same name. Two different songs, two different albums, but both released in 1966, both featuring several well-known studio musicians as part of the backing band, including Booker T. Jones of Booker T and the MGs, organist Isaac Hayes, the future theme from Shaft singer, Academy Award winner, and voice of Chef on early seasons of South Park. Both songs also featured future Blues Brothers band members Steve Cropper on guitar and Donald Duck Dunn on bass guitar. And Hold On I'm Coming, turns out, just got a note here from one of our listeners, Bobby the Record Guy, that's played at Wrigley Field whenever the Chicago Cubs tack on a run, so there's that. Go Cubs, go. Also, portions of both songs that I played were heard back-to-back in the Blues Brothers, leading up to one of the most unforgettable and significant scenes in the movie when Jake and Elwood are pursued in the first police chase in the movie, while they attempt to evade Illinois State Police by blatantly driving directly into and through the interior shopping corridors of the Dixie Square Mall, located in south suburban village of Harvey. Now, the story of the origin of Sam and Dave's tune Hold On I'm Coming has been told several times by the song's co-writer Isaac Hayes. The one I saw was pulled from a 2005 Reuters article with Hayes saying that while his songwriting partner and producer Dave Porter was on the toilet, Hayes yelled at him to hurry up so they get back to work. Apparently, Hayes was frustrated by the lack of progress that they had made that day. Well, Porter responded, "Hold on, man, I'm coming." And I assume that may have immediately inspired Porter to, pinch off, clean up, and possibly because Hayes reports that Porter came running back into the studio telling him that Hold On I'm Coming would be a great title for a song. Another piece of trivia that I'd be dumb if I forgot to mention, according to Dan Aykroyd, the whole act of the Blues Brothers was heavily influenced by Sam and Dave. The Blues Brothers incorporated many aspects of the duo's stage show into their own. After today's show, go check out some of Sam and Dave's old live performances that could be found on YouTube. Again, of course, wait until after this show to go do that. Keep it here. 33 minutes past the hour, and at 1 hour and 16 minutes into the Blues Brothers movie, Jake and Elwood enter Bob's Country Bunker. As soon as they do, the viewers begin to hear Kitty Wells and her version of Hank Williams' 1953 classic, Your Cheatin' Heart. It's a song that, as of today, is considered a standard, having been professionally recorded by over 350 different artists and musicians. In fact, by the time Wells released her version in 1960, and only 7 years after Hank's original, the tune had already been covered by 28 different professional acts. I don't have much more to say about this. Besides, maybe her version could be lumped together with most nearly all of those other 350 versions of Your Cheatin' Heart that have never appeared on any music charts. It was her version, though, that appeared in the Blues Brothers movie, so it'll always have that going for it. Kitty Wells from 1960 with Your Cheatin' Heart on HCC's Hawk Radio, as part of the Tampa Turntable Sessions recognition and the 45th anniversary of the celebration of the Blues Brothers release.
Your cheating heart will make you weep. You'll cry and try to sleep, but sleep won't come the whole night through. Your cheating heart will tell on
Now, what can I get you boys? You thirsty, you hungry, or you just driving through? Maybe like a beer or something a little harder? Hey, you know, we happen to make the state's best pepper steak.
No, thank you, ma'am. We may be sucking back a few beers a little later on. We'll be here all night. You see, we're the band.
You are? Oh, gee, that is nice. Hey, Bob, this is the band.
All right. What kind of music do you usually have here?
Oh, we got both kinds. We got country and western.
Jake, are you sure this is the place?
Yeah, sure. This is the place.
First tune. Give me some lovin'. 1, 2.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Shit! What are those damn freak peckerheads playing?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're sure glad to be here in Kokomo tonight. We're the good old Blues Brothers, boys band from Chicago. Sure hope you like our show. I'm Elwood. This is my brother Jake.
Well, my temperature's rising and my feet on the floor. Crazy people like because they want some more. Let me hear better. I don't know what you got, but you better take it easy. This place is hot and I'm so glad you made it.
That ain't no Hank Williams song.
You gotta give it some loving. Give it some loving. Every day.
Hey, why'd they turn off the lights?
Maybe they blew a fuse.
I don't think so, man. Those lights are off on purpose.
Okay, we gotta figure out something these people like and fast.
Hey, I've got it. Remember the theme from Rawhide?
Gil Favor, Rowdy Yates.
What key? A, good country key.
Rawhide and A.
Rollin', 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 rollin',
Rollin', rollin', rollin', though the streams are swollen, keep them doggies rollin' rawhide. Rain and wind and weather, hell bent for leather, wishing my gal was by my side. All the things I'm missing, good victuals, love and kissing, are waiting at the end of my ride. Move 'em on, hit 'em up, move 'em on, hit 'em up, rawhide, cut 'em out, ride 'em in, cut 'em out, ride 'em in rawhide. Keep moving, though they're disapproving, keep them doggies moving rawhide. Don't try to understand them, just rope, crow, and brand them. Soon we'll be living high and wide. My heart's calculating, my true love will be waiting at the end of my ride. Move 'em on, hit 'em up, move 'em on, hit 'em up, rawhide, cut 'em out, ride 'em in, cut 'em out, ride 'em in rawhide. Move 'em on, hit 'em up, move 'em on, hit 'em up, rawhide, cut 'em out, ride 'em in, cut 'em out, ride 'em in rawhide.
rollin', 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 yeah! Rollin', 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 rollin',
Theme from the TV show Rawhide. Thank you.
Well, about our money for tonight.
That's right.
$200, and you boys drank $300 worth of beer.
Well, like when we first came in, the bar lady never charged us for the first round, so like we figured, you know, beer was like complimentary for the band, you know?
Oh, no.
Hit it!
Hey, folks, here's a story about Minnie the Moocher. She was a low-down hoochie-coocher. She was the roughest, toughest frail, but Minnie had a heart as big as a whale. Honey, 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 hi. Honey, 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 oh. Heedy, heedy, heedy. Honey, 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 oh. She messed around with a bloke named Smokey. She loved him though he was cokey. He took her down to Chinatown and he showed her how to kick the gong around. Honey, 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 honey. Whoop. Heedy, heedy, heedy. Honey, 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 ho. She had a dream about the King of Sweden. He gave her things that she was needing. He gave her a home built of gold and steel, a diamond car with the platinum wheels. Honey, 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 honey. Honey, 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 oh. Scoodly-boo, scoodly-boo, scoodly-boodly, boodly-boo. He gave her his townhouse and his racing horses. Each meal she ate was a dozen courses. Had $1 million worth of nickels and dimes. She sat around and counted them all 1,000,000 times. Honey, 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 hi. Honey, 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 oh. Heedy, heedy, heedy. Heidi, 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 ho. Poor man, poor man, poor
Hawk Radio, Hillsborough Community College, Tampa, where Cab Calloway and the Blues Brothers Band are keeping our Blues Brothers movie 45th anniversary party going stronger than ever with the movie performance version based on his 1931 original. Minnie the Moocher. When Calloway appeared in the Blues Brothers movie, he was nearly 72 years old, and despite living for another 14 years, it would be his final movie performance. To take what Songfacts website had said about his performance in the classic movie, his performance, quote, came as a pleasant surprise, like a distantly recalled memory of a song you once knew but had forgotten all about. For some, it was an all-important first exposure to a musical heritage never to be repeated. In the film, Calloway appears at the climax at the 1 hour and 41 minute mark and saves the Blues Brothers Lake Winnemucca gig, since they're running late. trying to avoid all the representatives of Illinois' law enforcement community who have chosen to join him there that evening in the Palace Hotel ballroom. Calloway's character Curtis stalls the audience by entertaining them with a little hidey, hidey, hi, hidey, hidey, ho. Quote, it's a point in the movie in which it becomes difficult to suppress a childlike feeling of glee, a definite high point. In our set, I also play the brothers and their band performing the classic TV theme from Rawhide, much to the pleasure of the rowdy crowd inside of Bob's Country Bunker, but only after they nearly caused a melee when they first tried playing their version of Gimme Some Lovin'. And that was all shut down pretty quick when owner Bob turns off the stage lights because, quote, that ain't no Hank Williams song. As part of today's show being all about the Blues Brothers movie, we're also playing every song that was heard in the film. But right now, I want to play for you the third song that was cut from the movie, very early in post-production, and whose filmed footage has been lost and assumed destroyed, according to the movie's director, John Landis. It's the Blues Brothers version of a song that country singer Johnny Horton originally took in 1960 to number 6 on the Billboard Hot Country and Western Sides chart, number 3 on the Hot 100 Popular Music chart as well. It was the fourth song that the band played at Bob's Country Bunker, and it's called Sink the Bismarck.
Excuse me, gentlemen, are you the good old boys?
Yeah, that's right. I'm Dr. McElroy, lead singer, driver of the Winnebago. Listen, I'd like to talk to you, son, but running very late.
My name is Jacob Stein, the American Federation of Musicians Union, Local 200. I've been sent here to see if you gentlemen are carrying your permits.
Of what?
Your union cards. May I see your cards, please?
Suppose we ain't got no union cards and we go in there and start playing anyway. Now, what you gonna do about that? You gonna stop us? Stein? You gonna look pretty funny trying to eat corn on a cob with no fucking teeth.
Listen, let me talk to Bob, the owner. See if we can put your band on contract waivers for tonight. I don't want you to move from this spot. Just let me handle this.
We'll talk to Bob.
Get in the car and start her up.
Now, you know you boys owe me a lot of money for that beer you drank tonight.
Bob, we love playing here tonight. My brother's writing out an American Express traveler's check to cover the extensive bar tab.
Well, I sure would appreciate it.
I better check up, see how he's doing. See, I have to sign it, too. I usually sit in the car and write it out on the glove compartment lid. Okay? With your pencil.
What them guys from the union? Union? What the hell, union? Those boys skipped out of here owing me a lot of money for beer. What the hell are you guys all dressed up for? We're the good old boys. You're the good old boys.
In May of 1941, the war had just begun. The Germans had the biggest ship that had the biggest guns. The Bismarck was the fastest ship that ever sailed the seas. On the decks were guns as big as steers and shells as big as trees.
Out of the cold and foggy night came the British ship, the Hood. And every British seaman, he knew and understood. They had to sink the Bismarck, the peril of the sea. Stop those guns as big as steers and those shells as big as trees. Hey, find the German battleship was making such a fuss. We gotta sink the Bismarck, cause the world depends on us. Hey, hit the decks a running, boys, and spin those guns around. When we find the Bismarck, we gotta cut her down.
The Hood found the Bismarck on that fatal day. The Bismarck started firing 50 miles away. We gotta sink the Bismarck, was the battle sound. But when the smoke had cleared away, the mighty Hood went down.
For 6 long days and weary nights, they tried to find her trail. Churchill told the people, put every ship a sail. Cause somewhere on that ocean, I know she's gotta be. We gotta sink the Bismarck to the bottom of the sea. Hey, find that German battleship that's making such a fuss. We gotta sink the Bismarck, cause the world depends on us. Hey, hit the decks a running, boys, and spin those guns around. And when we find the Bismarck, we gotta cut her down.
The fall was awoke on the seventh day and they saw the morning sun. 10 hours away from homeland, the Bismarck made its run. The admiral of the British fleet said, turn those bows around. We found that German battleship and we're gonna cut her down.
The British guns were aimed and the shells were coming fast. The first shell hit the Bismarck, they knew she couldn't last. That mighty German battleship is just a memory. Sink the Bismarck was the battle cry that shook the seventh sea.
We found that German battleship was making such a fuss. We had to sink the Bismarck cause the world depends on us.
We hit the decks to running, boys, and spun those guns around.
We found the mighty Bismarck and then we cut her down. We found the German battleship was making such a fuss. We had to sink the Bismarck cause the world depends on us.
We hit the decks to run and we spun those guns around.
We bombed the mighty Bismarck and then we cut her down.
Pardon me, but we do have a strict policy concerning the handling of the instruments. An employee of Ray's Music Exchange must be present. Now, may I help you?
Ray, it's me, Joliet Jake. I once rented some column speakers from you for my band, the Blues Brothers.
Hey, Ray, it's me, Murph, of Murph and the Magic Tones. Remember me? I bought 3 Fender amps.
Oh, we sell a lot of amplifiers.
Oh, not like these. They were beautiful, upholstered with thick red shag.
Oh, right. I remember now. As a matter of fact, I'll buy them all back for $3.50 a piece.
$3.50? I paid $800 each not 6 months ago.
Well, you know depreciation, man.
Ray, we're here to buy stuff. We need pianos, amps, mics, the works.
Tell me a little about this electric piano, Ray.
Ah, you have a good eye, my man. That's the best in the city of Chicago.
How much?
$2,000 and it's yours. You can take it home with you. As a matter of fact, I'll throw in the black keys for free.
$2,000 for this chunk of shit? Come on, Ray.
I mean, really, Ray, it's used. There's no action left in this keyboard.
Excuse me. I don't think there's anything wrong with the action on this piano.
Well, I heard about the fella you've been dancing with all over the neighborhood. So why didn't you ask me, baby? Or didn't you think I could? Well, I know that the boogaloo is out of sight, but the shing-a-ling's a thing tonight. But if that was you and me, baby, I would have shown you how to do it right. Do it right. Uh-huh. Do it right. Do it right. Do it right. Twisting, shake, 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 shake it,
Okay, man. We'll take these axes.
Naturally. And as usual, I gotta take an IOU.
The genius that was Ray Charles, who, along with the Blues Brothers there, singing their version of Shake a Tail Feather. It's from another classic scene taken from the Blues Brothers movie at the 1 hour and 9 minute mark after the Blues Brothers band keyboardist Murphy Dunn complained to Ray that there was no action left in the used Rhodes model electric piano after Ray's character first offered to sell it to the band for $2,000, going so far as saying that he'd even throw in the black keys for free. Ray then sat down at the piano and proceeded to flawlessly perform Shake a Tail Feather, while both the band and several local residents moved along with the different dance styles referenced in the song. The boogaloo, the twist, the fly, the bird, the monkey, the mashed potato, the duck, the swim, the bony maroni, and the watusi. Traveling back to 1980 this afternoon with the Tampa Turntable Sessions on Hawk Radio, with our session topic today being the 45th anniversary of the theatrical release of the Universal Pictures cult classic, The Blues Brothers. I'm Mike Frazier, and along with the TTS Productions team in the other room, thanks for joining us as we revisit several memorable scenes from the film, while also bringing you history's highlights of the stories behind the movie's music. And we're bringing all 29 songs heard in the movie. Well, actually, we're bringing you 28 of the 29. We felt it would be absolutely inappropriate and incredibly disrespectful to play Der Fahne Wuch Horst Wessel Lied, since it was the Third Reich national anthem of Hitler's Nazi Germany. I will tell you this, it showed up in the Blues Brothers movie, playing in the background in the scene when the Illinois Nazis find out that it was Elwood Blues who was driving the car when he intentionally knocked them off the bridge, ruining their rally. Some things about the movie and the act itself. The Blues Brothers was released on June 20th, 1980, after Universal Pictures won the bidding war for the film, while hoping to take advantage of star John Belushi's popularity in the wake of Saturday Night Live, the film Animal House, and the Blues Brothers' musical successes. By the way, before the movie's release, the characters appeared as the Blues Brothers on SNL only twice. First in the spring of 1978, then again later that same year in November, and that was to promote the upcoming release of their debut album entitled Briefcase Full of Blues. That album was certified double platinum for selling over 2 million copies here in the US, while also going on to number 1 on Billboard's Hot 200 album chart, generating 2 top 40 hits, those being their cover versions of Soul Man and the song Rubber Biscuit. Now, when the film's director John Landis began working and shooting the Blues Brothers, incredibly, Universal Pictures had yet to finalize a budget for the movie's production. They soon could no longer control production costs, and with filming taking place on location in Belushi's hometown of Chicago, his partying and drug use consistently caused lengthy and costly delays that, along with the destructive car chases depicted on screen, made the film one of the most expensive comedies ever produced, with a final cost of $27.5 million, and at the time, also making it the most expensive movie ever made by Universal Pictures. Now, $27.5 million may not seem like a lot, but it was 1979, and when inflation is adjusted to the present, it would have cost a staggering $119 million to make that same identical musical action comedy movie today. $119 for the Blues Brothers. $119 million, I should say. That's million with an M. The production of this show, that's $119. Wow. Then, adding insult to injury and out of concern that the film would fail, its initial movie theater bookings were less than half of what other similar action and comedy films normally received. As I've already said, it was released in the U.S. on June 20th, 1980, with an average of 2 out of 3 critics providing positive reviews of the film. In the end, The Blues Brothers was the 10th biggest movie of 1980, grossing $115.2 million at the worldwide box office before its release on home video. And again, adjusted for inflation, that'd be a little over, $447 million today, May 2nd, 2025. So nearly $500 million at the gate the movie pulled in. Lastly, I'll tell you, in 2020, the Blues Brothers was selected for preservation in the United States National Film Registry by the Library of Congress as, quote, culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant. 2 minutes past the top of the hour, and time to get back to the real reason for why we do this dopey dumb show every week called the Tampa Turntable Sessions. It's because of the music and what it means to us. As we as we continue to keep the celebration going in recognition of the 45th anniversary of the release of the Blues Brothers, the next selection chosen for your listening pleasure can also be heard starting at the 93-minute and 15-second mark in the film, when the Blues Brothers and Jake and Elwood take to the suburban counties of Lake, McHenry, and part of DuPage, north and northwest of Chicago, on their quest to get the word out about their concert schedule for later that evening at the Palace Hotel Ballroom. A concert, by the way, whose actual start time is never explicitly expressed or announced any time throughout the entire movie. From 1957, it's the number one R&B bestsellers, 6-week chart topper, and top pop hit from Antoine Fats Domino. I'm Walking on Hawk Radio.
I'm walking, here's the need, I'm talking. But you and me, I'm hoping that you come back to me. I'm lonely as I can be. I'm waiting for your company. I'm hoping that you come back to me. What you gonna do when the well run dry? You gonna run away and hide. I'm gonna run right by your side. For you, pretty baby, I'll even die. I'm walking, yes indeed, I'm talking. But you and me, I'm hoping that you come back to me.
The fabulous Blues Brothers. Rhythm and Blues Review. The Palace Hotel Ballroom, Route 16, Lake Wassapamani. The fabulous Blues Brothers Show Band and Review.
Check it out! Check it out! Tonight only from Chicago. The Blues Brothers Rhythm and Blues Review. One night only. The fabulous
Blues Brothers Show Band and Review. You on the motorcycle. You two girls. Tell your friends. Free parking. Free parking. $2 cover charge only, folks. That's a lot of entertainment. $2. For $2. Night only. From Chicago. The fabulous Blues Brothers. Rhythm and Blues Review. For your dancing pleasure. And it's Ladies' Night tonight at the Palace Hotel Ballroom.
Well, my mother allowed me just to stay out all night long. Oh, Lord. Well, my mother allowed me just to stay out all night long. I didn't care what she allowed. I was boogieing around. When I first in the town, people, I was walking down Hazen Street. Everybody was talking about Henry Swing Club. I decided I'd drop in there that night. When I got there, I said, yeah, people, they was really having a ball. Yes, I know. Forget Cholo. One night I was laying down. I heard Mama and Papa talking. I heard Papa tell Mama, let that boy boogie woogie. It's in him, and it got to come out. And I felt so good. Went on boogie just the same.
Okay, you're all set. That'll be, $94.
It's 95. Thank you, Elwood.
Okay, and that's $1 change.
Oh, keep the change.
Huh. So maybe you'd like to come by and see the show.
Oh, I'm awfully sorry, but I do have a prior dinner engagement.
So look, if your date don't work out tonight for any reason, there's a motel up on the interstate. Maybe we could say meet around midnight.
I would like to do a favor to the horn section. Bill, which one of yours?
Sometimes it's hard to be a woman, giving all your love to just one man. And if you love him, oh, be proud of him, 'cause after all, he's just a man. Stand by your man. Give him 2 arms to cling to and something warm to come to. When nights are cold and lonely, stand by your man and tell the world you love him. Keep giving all the love you can. Stand by your man. Stand by your man and show the world you love him. Keep giving all the love you can. Stand by your
Hawk Radio. We're on a mission from God today on the Tampa Turntable Sessions, celebrating 45 years of the Blues Brothers movie by remembering the film through its music. including the one I just played, which was a favorite of the horn section. It's the Blues Brothers performing live at Bob's Country Bunker with their cover version of Stand By Your Man, as seen an hour and 22 minutes into the movie. Before that, and as promised earlier, I also played, and hopefully you heard, Boogie Chillin', the second of the two songs from John Lee Hooker to be played in the movie. And it can be heard as Jake and Elwood and the band are driving to their first gig in over 3 years at Bob's Country Bunker in Kokomo, Indiana, 140 miles to the southeast of Calumet City, and in another time zone. Selling over 1 million copies, Boogie Chillin' was John Lee Hooker's first and most successful single of a professional career that spanned half a century, from 1948 to 1998. In fact, when the song took off in early '49, Hooker still had his day job as a Detroit janitor at the Chrysler factory. He's the only person performing on the song, by the way. The only sounds are his voice, guitar, and stomping feet. And the tapping sound came from bottle caps glued to the soles of his shoes. As the song is called Boogie Chillin', it's worth mentioning that chillin' is really just a southern slang term for children. And something I found interesting about the lyrics is when Hooker sings about going to Henry's Swing Club on Hastings Street, turns out he was referring to a real club in the Black Bottom section of Detroit. But it's gone now, as is Hastings Street. It was all wiped out and torn down in 1957 to make way for Interstate 75, which was built right through it. The final thing I want to tell you about the song, in 1992, Hooker's longtime producer and copyright controller of Boogie Chillin' sued the band ZZ Top over their reworked inclusion of many obvious elements of the song that you'd hear in their 1973 hit LaGrange. But because the original publisher La Cienega Music Company released the song in 1948 as a sound recording and failed to register it a copyright with it as sheet music, they failed to register it as sheet music, which was required at the time, by the way. A judge declared Boogie Chillin' by John Lee Hooker to be public domain and free to be used by anybody. John Lee Hooker is neither credited on LaGrange nor did he ever get a piece of the action from ZZ Top's very successful song. Texas greed there. Hey, playing underneath of me here is William Steinberg conducting the Pittsburgh Symphony Orchestra through Ride of the Valkyries. It's heard 13 minutes before the very end of the Blues Brothers, starting at just about the 2 hour and 8 minute mark during the final confrontation between the Illinois Nazis and Jake and Elwood, when the Blues Brothers, driving the Bluesmobile, are chased up a literal dead-end, under-construction, elevated highway. It's another funny, memorable scene, and one that ended with the filmmakers requiring FAA clearance to ensure the Nazis' Ford Pinto would plummet straight down when dropped from a helicopter at an altitude of around 1,200 feet. That's close to about a quarter of a mile up. So now for another non-English language song, but this one that can be heard a lot earlier in the movie. And while information's very scarce on the song's history, I can tell you that it's an English-Italian sung cover version of the original 1950 version from Italian opera singer Tito Schipa, which translates to English as Heart and Soul. Not Tito Schipa. Tito Schipa was the artist. The song translates to Heart and Soul. What is known about the version that I'm about to play is that it's soothing, and it's heard during the scene when Jake and Elwood visit Mrs. Tarantino. Mrs. Taranto? Visit Mrs. Tarantino looking for Tom Bones Malone and Blue Lou Marini. It's a piece of the Blues Brothers movie, and it's called Anna Mai Cor. Anna Mai Cor. It's by Ezio Pinza and the RCA Victor Orchestra. Heart and Soul.
My baby called Katie, left me a mule to ride. The train pulled out, I swung on behind. Crazy about it, hard-headed woman of mine.
I just had to curse the staff over in the other room. They errantly played the wrong song on me here. So let me get you queued up with. I'll take it from here, Bill. That's all right. I got it from here, Bill. So anyways, though, as I was saying here, it's a piece of the Blues Brothers movie. It's called Anamai Cor by Ezio Pinza and the RCA Victor Orchestra. Heart and Soul on Hawk Radio and the Tampa Turntable Sessions. We're live, and we make mistakes.
Until you love someone as I love you.
Teniamoci così, anime core, non ce la samma più, manca penora. Stu desiderio e te me fa paura, campa cu te, sempre cu te, per non morire. Che c'è di cima fa parole amare, si u bene può campà con un respiro, ci smanie pure tu per chi sta amore, teniamoci a così, anima e core.
Until you're swept away with an emotion as high as stars above, as great as the ocean.
Don't say you've been in love, for it isn't true. Someone as I love you.
Mrs. Toronto?
Tarantino.
Ma'am, do you have a Thomas Malone or Louis Marini living here?
Not anymore. They moved out a long time ago.
May we come in, ma'am?
Please.
Did they leave a forwarding address, phone number?
No.
Did they live quietly? What were their personal habits?
They were good boys, but they made a lot of racket at night. Are you the police?
No, ma'am. We're musicians.
This, gentlemen, is the elegant abode of One Elwood Blues.
Yeah, thanks for your help, Mr. Mercer.
You know, I kind of like the Wrigley Field set.
Yeah, real cute.
This here's my brother Jake. Just got out of the joint. He's gonna be staying with me for a few weeks.
Okay.
Did you give me my cheese whiz, boy?
Well, it ain't much, but it's home.
How often does the train go by?
So often you won't even notice it.
Hello, Elwood. Sit down. What's on your mind?
I gotta quit.
Why is that, Elwood?
I'm going to become a priest.
Well, okay. Listen, I'll call payroll and have them get your severance pay ready. Good luck.
God bless you, sir.
Well, thank you.
Hey, what's going on?
Those bums won their court case, so they're marching today.
What bum?
The Nazi party.
Illinois Nazis. I hate Illinois Nazis.
Excuse me, sir. Yes, you. Could you fill it up with premium, please, and check under the hood?
Sure. You want I should wash the dead bugs off the windshield?
Oh, please don't kill us! Please, please don't kill us! You know I love you, baby! I wouldn't leave you! It wasn't my fault!
You miserable slug.
There's got to be at least $7 worth of change here.
Signal 1079er still engaged. Vehicle traveling southbound approaching Chicago city limits. Commander advises will contact Chicago precincts for local intercept. Maintain pursuit. Use of unnecessary violence in the apprehension of the Blues Brothers has been approved.
Our Lady of Blessed Acceleration, don't fail me now.
Oh no, what the fuck was that? The motor. Throwing a rod. Is that serious?
Yep.
Well, this is definitely Lower Wacker Drive. If my estimations are correct, we should be very close to the Honorable Richard J. Daley Plaza. That's where they got that Picasso. Yep.
How much for the little girl? The women. How much for the women?
What?
Your women. I want to buy your women, the little girl, your daughters. Sell them to me. Sell me your children. Mater D. Mater D.
Cut it. The owners are going to ask me to call the cops.
You wouldn't do that to me, would you, man?
He just got out of Joliet. He's on parole. Can't call the cops on him, man.
We're putting the band back together.
I said no, absolutely not.
You, how much for your wife?
It's 106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it. They're not gonna catch us. We're on a mission from God.
This is the Tampa Turntable Sessions, today celebrating the music of the Blues Brothers movie and acknowledging the film's 45th anniversary. There was the Blues Brothers band with Peter Gunn theme, heard 3 different times throughout the first half of the movie. Played after the brothers evade the cops and return home to Elwood's apartment. Then again after Elwood quits his job, and finally when the brothers leave Mrs. Tarantino's house on their way to visit Murph and the Magic Tones at the Armada Room. Right now, you're unwinding and relaxing to The Girl from Ipanema, the Antonio Carlos Jobim composition turned into easy listening music. It is literally elevator music and heard throughout 4 of the last 9 minutes of the movie as the brothers have nearly run out of time on their mission to make it to the Cook County Assessor's Office to pay the back taxes owed on the St. Helen of the Blessed Shroud Orphanage in Calumet City, Illinois. A scene, in case you didn't know, that features a cameo from Steven Spielberg playing the office clerk. At 27 minutes past the hour, I'm Mike Frazier, and along with the fabulous TTS Productions crew, minus Bill Hendry, who we just let go for erring on the last segment. Kidding. We're going to take a short break to go change costumes. We're going to turn the studio around for the second part of today's double extended super special celebration in honor of the 45th anniversary of the Blues Brothers movie. Coming up is Max Schuna, leading the Vienna Folk Opera Orchestra with Die Romantica, as we'll revisit the classic scene when in the film when the Blues Brothers visited Mr. Fabulous, Alan Rubin, at Chicago's famed Chez Paul restaurant. Another classic scene. Then after this short break, I'm going to take you back to go behind the scenes of the original versions of all the songs that the Blues Brothers covered throughout the course of the movie. Yeah, in other words, what I'm trying to tell you, it's a special presentation of covering the originals, the Blues Brothers movie. And then finally, before we shut this place down for the semester, you're also going to hear Jake and Elwood's live performance from the Palace Hotel Ballroom in its entirety. It's all a part of this afternoon's Tampa Turntable Sessions, and it's all still to come on Hawk Radio. So, hold the door, and don't you go changing, because we'll be right back. Cha-cha.
Mr. Fabulous, how marvelous it is to see you. You're looking younger than ever.
Wait, you guys can't come in here.
Nonsense, my dear fellow. My brother and I have come to dine to celebrate my early release from the service of the state.
Wait, let's talk outside. Let's have a cup of coffee outside.
Why, heavens, no! We seek a full meal and all the compliments of the house. Come, Elwood, let us adjourn ourselves to the nearest table and overlook this establishment's board of fare. Give us a bottle of your finest champagne, 5 shrimp cocktails, and some bread for my brother.
We have a Dom Perignon 71 at $120.
That'll be fine, pal.
Come on, seriously, you guys. The food here is really expensive. The soup is $10. Come on, let's go outside. I'll buy you a cup of coffee.
We're putting the band back together.
We're on a mission from God.
Please. Waiter.
Yes, sir. How are your salads?
The salads are fine. It's just that we'd like to move to another table, away from those two gentlemen. It's just that, well, frankly, they're offensive, smelling. I mean, they smell bad.
How much for the little girl? The women. How much for the women?
What?
Your women. I want to buy your women, the little girl, your daughters. Sell them to me. Sell me your children.
Maitre D! Maitre D!
Cut it out. Cut it out. The owners are going to ask me to call the cops.
You wouldn't do that to me, would you, man?
He just got out of Joliet. He's on parole. Can't call the cops on him, man.
We're putting the band back together.
I said no. Absolutely not.
You! How much for your wife? We're putting the band back together. We need you, man. We need your horn.
I can't. I really can't. We got everybody except Matt, Guitar Murphy, and Blue Lou, and we're getting them next. Okay, I'll play. You got me.
Sir! Sir! Sir!
Hillsborough Community College is the place. This is Hawk Radio in Tampa, Florida. I guess I should probably do that correctly. Hawk Radio, Hillsborough Community College, Tampa. Mike Frazier back with you live this afternoon. after taking a short break to throw it on down the line to our local affiliates on the Love Network. We're back, though. Welcome back into the start of the last half of our music celebration, recognizing the 45th anniversary of the release of the Blues Brothers movie from 1980. Up to now, I've taken you back to relive several of the film's incredibly memorable scenes by providing insight on and playing the tunes that were heard throughout the film's nearly 2-hour and 23-minute theatrical run. If you're not familiar with who or what the Blues Brothers are, well, they essentially started as the night's not-to-be-taken-too-serious special guest performers, making their television debut as the musical act on April 22nd, 1978, when they first appeared on Saturday Night Live, Season 3, Episode 18, along with the band to perform a cover of the Floyd Dixon classic, Hey Bartender. By the way, listen to this. I don't know how to play guitar, but I think I can learn that one. So, no pun intended, but that performance set the stage and precedence for John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd to build upon their characters of Jake and Elwood Blues, the Blues Brothers. In all of their original existence, the two never had or performed any original song. In fact, in the beginning, they referred to themselves as the Fabulous Blues Brothers Show Band and Review. Get the marbles out of my mouth here. Knock it off with your filthy mind. The Blues Brothers were and still are probably the most well-known all-cover band here in America. So with that, we thought it'd be interesting to go back and uncover the Blues Brothers by delving into the earliest and original recordings of the songs that the Blues Brothers performed throughout the highly popular Blues Brothers movie. It's covering the originals, the Blues Brothers movie, starting now on the Tampa Turntable Sessions. Without wasting any time, let's get right into it. Starting at 6 minutes and 49 seconds into the movie, just as soon as Jake's released from prison, you'll hear the first of what's ultimately 13 different songs throughout the movie performed by the Blues Brothers.
My baby called Katie, left me a mule to ride. The train pulled out, I swung on behind. Crazy about it, that hard-headed woman of mine.
The song is called She Caught the Katy, and it's a reference to the Missouri-Kansas-Texas Railroad. The MKT was often called the KT, or the Katy for short. Written by blues musicians Henry St. Clair Fredericks Jr., a.k.a. Taj Mahal, and Yank Rachel, who was known as the elder statesman of the blues. The 1968 original appeared on Mahal's second studio album entitled Natural Blues. Natural spelled N-A-T-C-H''L. Natural. It's one of the Blues Hall of Famer's most famous compositions, and it was John Belushi's favorite blues song. Covering the originals from the Blues Brothers movie, it's Taj Mahal with She Caught the Katy and Left Me a Mule to Ride on Hawk Radio, and part of our celebration of the 45th anniversary of the Blues Brothers movie on today's Tampa Turntable Sessions.
She caught the Katy and left me a mule to ride. She caught the Katy and left me a mule to ride. Well, my baby caught the Katy, she left me a mule to ride. The train pulled out and I swung on behind. I'm crazy about that hard-headed woman of mine. Laying my baby long, wake up somebody sit tall. You know my baby long, wake up somebody, my baby tall. Well, you know my baby she long, my baby she tall. She sleep with her head in the kitchen and her big feet out in the hall. And I'm still crazy about her, that hard-headed woman of mine. got me sleepy sometimes. If you don't believe I love her, look what a hole I'm in. If you don't believe I'm singing, look what a shape I'm in. Baby caught the Katy, left me a mule to ride. The train pulled out and I swung on behind. Well, I'm crazy about her, that hard-headed woman of mine.
Honorifically referred to as King Solomon, the king of rock and soul, bishop of soul, and the Muhammad Ali of soul. There was Rock and Roll Hall of Fame member Solomon Burke with the original 1964 version of Everybody Needs Somebody to Love. Let's see here. Oh, you know what? I think I've got a... here. sounded awful quiet. Solomon Burke wrote Everybody Needs Somebody together with famed producer Jerry Wexler and Burt Burns. Burns, who also wrote Twist and Shout, Piece of My Heart, Here Comes the Night, Hang On Sloopy, and I Want Candy. Though in a 2002 LA Times article, Burke claimed he was the sole writer on the song, but was talked into sharing credits with Wexler and Burns. Expanding on that now, Burke had previously told the Dallas Observer in a 1997 interview, quote, "When I did it for Jerry Wexler and Burt Burns, they told me that song would never make it. I said, well, I'll tell you what, I'll give you a piece of it. They then said, we think it's going to be a big hit. No, not really. It was a hit, though, but not for Burke. Instead, Wilson Pickett took it. He took it into the top 20 in 1967, whereas Burke's version stalled out at 1958. Harkening back to a line there from I Dream of Jeannie. That's all. In his life, Solomon Burke had been described as both, quote, the greatest male singer of all time by Jerry Wexler and the, quote, most unfairly overlooked singer, end quote, of 60s R&B soul music, according to music critic David Cantwell. The Blues Brothers covered Everybody Needs Somebody to Love when it's heard in the film as the song played in the Palace Hotel ballroom concert. It's their very first song, and it's at about the 1 hour and 50-minute mark into the movie.
Sometimes I feel a little sad inside. When my baby mistreats me, I'll never one day. I need you, I need you.
In 1990, their version found renewed interest by listeners in Great Britain, and interestingly, 10 years after the movie's theatrical premiere, it became a number 12 pop hit across the entire United Kingdom. And really, that's what we're celebrating this afternoon on the Tampa Turntable sessions here on Hawk Radio. The lasting power of the Blues Brothers movie by recognizing its 45th anniversary. Hi there, I'm your host, your party host, Mike Frazier, paying tribute to the film and honoring its music. Still to come, you will hear Jake and Elwood's full movie performance from their concert at the Palace Hotel Ballroom in its entirety when I played starting around 3:30 Eastern, so in about 45 minutes from now. It'll include Everybody Needs Somebody to Love, as well as what has become one of blues music's most acceptable, standard, and best-known versions of Sweet Home Chicago. And while the Blues Brothers versions of Sweet Home Chicago is based on the 1967 version from Magic Sam's Blues Band, the song was actually written and recorded in 1936 by Mississippi native and blues master Robert Johnson. Interestingly, Johnson's song, although the original, got its foundation from an even earlier song. Yeah, let's see here. That song, making sure my notes are right, 1927's Coca-Cola Blues from classic female blues singer Red Hot Shakin' Madeline Davis and her Hot Shots.
Well, you treated me and you done it. It's not wrong. You say you leave in town, Pablo, and I'm glad you've already said, hey, baby, baby, don't you wanna go back to that level right city, like you treat Coca-Cola.
Johnson changed the character of the song to one of aspirational migration, replacing the refrain from back to that 11 light city, back to sweet Kokomo, with the migrational goals of, quote, back to that land of California, back to my sweet home Chicago. Lyrics that don't seem to make much geographical sense, by the way, which is why earlyblues.com music writer Max Hames argues that Johnson's intention was likely, quote, the land of California or that sweet home Chicago. Now, the modern alteration that's uniquely all about Chicago dates to blues pianist Roosevelt Sykes' 1955 version. But because we're covering the originals as part of our celebration of the Blues Brothers movie 45th anniversary, it's one of the many early bluesmen who sold his soul to the devil at midnight at the crossroads near Dockery Plantation By the way, the devil came back to collect his soul when he was only 27 years old. It's Robert Johnson from 1936 with Sweet Home Chicago on Hawk Radio.
Baby, don't you want to go? Oh, baby, don't you want to go? Back to the land of California, to my sweet home, Chicago. Oh, baby, don't you want to go? Oh, baby, don't you want to go? Back to the land of California, to my sweet home, Chicago. Now 1 and 1 is 2. 2 and 2 is 4. I'm heavy loaded, baby. I'm booked, I gotta go. Fine, baby, I don't you want to go? Back to the land of California, to my sweet home, Chicago. Now 2 and 2 is 4. 4 and 2 is 6. You're gonna keep on mucking around your friend, boy. You're gonna get your business all on a trick. When I'm crying, baby, honey, don't you want to go? Back to the land of California, to my sweet home, Chicago. 6 and 2 is 8. 8 and 2 is 10. Friend, was you tricky one time? She sure gonna do it again. And I'm crying, hey, baby, don't you want to go? To the land of California, to my sweet home, Chicago. I'm going to California, from there to the Mount Highway. Somebody will tell me that you need my help someday, crying, hey, hey, baby, don't you want to go? Back to the land of California, to my sweet home, Chicago.
Minnie the Moocher.
A story about Minnie the Moocher. She was a red hot huge coocher. She was the roughest, toughest frail. Minnie had a heart as big as a whale. Heidi, 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 Heidi. Heidi, 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 Heidi. About the King of Sweden. He gave her things that she was needing. He gave her a home built of gold and steel, a diamond car with people at the wheel. Howdy, 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 was a dozen courses. She had $1 million with the nickels and dimes.
sat around and counted them all a million times. Heidi, 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 Heidi. Heidi, 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 Heidi. Oh, Edie, Edie, Edie. Edie, Heidi, 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 ho. Heidi, 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 ho. Poor man, poor man, poor man.
It's the Tampa Turntable Sessions, where this afternoon we are recognizing the 45th anniversary of the release of the cult classic movie The Blues Brothers by celebrating the history of its music. This is Hawk Radio. I am Mike Frazier, and we are covering the originals from the Blues Brothers movie. Backed by the Blues Brothers band, Cab Calloway's performance of Minnie the Moocher from the film came nearly 49 years after he wrote and first recorded the original on March 3rd, 1931, with his orchestra The Cavaliers, which included later famed jazz trumpeter Dizzy Gillespie. I did not know that. That same original million-selling jazz single version was also Calloway's second ever song out of a career total of 47 that made the charts. Of those 47, it was the first one he ever wrote, and it was his most successful song ever. It also made him famous for his ability to go bebopping and scatting around, coming up with nonsensical and lived lyrics during live performances. Now, similar to how the original version of Sweet Home Chicago from Robert Johnson had its roots in a different, older song, so does Cab Calloway's original version of Minnie the Moocher. Written around 1904, Willie the Weeper is a dope song. And I mean it's a dope song in that its lyrics tell the story of Willie the Weeper the chimney sweeper, a drug addict who's experiencing one final grandiose illusion before dropping dead. In 1925, the first ever recording of that song came from Ernest Rogers.
He landed in New York one evening late. He asked his sugar for an afterday. He started to kiss her and she started to pout when things played. And the door gave out.
Minnie the Moocher borrows several of Willie the Weeper's lyrics, but describe the story of a sexually suggestive hoochie-coochie dancing female moocher who's also a heavy drug user. Now, according to an August 1993 Billboard magazine article from journalist Tim White, he interestingly claimed the Heidi Ho scat lyrics allegedly came about when Calloway forgot the lyrics to the song one night during a live radio show. And speaking of radio, Cab Calloway was the first African-American to have his own nationally syndicated radio program, which I just love. I love finding out about stars and how they got their start on air, and specifically on radio. I just love it. I love it. 5 minutes before the top of the hour, 55 minutes past. How else can I say it? 255 East, 155 Central. It doesn't matter. And moving on is our 45th anniversary celebration of the Blues Brothers movie, and its music continues. September 9th, 1978 was when the first official audio recording was captured of the Blues Brothers walking onto the center stage to the song that they adapted to become their opening and closing music. It was an instrumental version of the song called I Can't Turn You Loose, and what makes it special is that two of the band's members also played on the original version from Otis Redding. Guitarist Steve Cropper and bassist Donald Duck Dunn were members of the Marquees, the house band for Memphis, Tennessee-based Stax Records. Otis Redding's original version is a raucous up-tempo, overmodulated 1965 number 11 R&B hit that became one of his signature songs for the next 2 years before he tragically died in a plane crash at only age 26 years old. In his short 7-year career, Redding still racked up 21 total top 30 R&B hits. Posthumously, he then tacked on 9 more. He is memorialized as a member of the Georgia Music, the Songwriters, and the Rock and Roll Halls of Fame. Now, the instrumental tune entitled Time is Tight first appeared on the 1968 soundtrack for the film Uptight and was composed and recorded by Booker T and the MGs. Booker T and the MGs were the touring name of the Marquis, the previously mentioned house band for Stax Records, whose members included guitarist Steve Cropper and bassist Donald Duck Dunn, and again, later members of the Blues Brothers. The next year, a short, slowed-down version of Time Is Tight was released as a single in 1969 and became one of the biggest hits of the group's career, peaking at number 7 on the Billboard R&B chart and even higher on the Hot 100 chart, where it reached number 6. In the Blues Brothers movie, the band incorporated a segment of the instrumental tune entitled Time Is Tight and combined it with I Can't Turn You Loose to create a unique version of their opening music. I have both versions of those songs queued and ready to spin up now on the Tampa Turntable Sessions on HCC's Hawk Radio. Otis Redding with I Can't Turn You Loose. But first, it's Booker T and the MGs with Time Is Tight on the Tampa Turntable Sessions. You're listening to the Tampa Turntable Sessions on Hawk Radio as we're covering the originals of the Blues Brothers as part of today's session topic, the 45th anniversary of the Blues Brothers movie. There was the great late Otis Redding with the original I Can't Turn You Loose from 1965. 8 years earlier, in 1957, MGM Pictures released the film Jailhouse Rock. It was Elvis Presley's third musical and overall movie that he starred in. And since it was early in his career, it was still a few years before the long list of all those many forgettable Elvis starring musical piles of crap starting to be cranked out by the Hollywood machine. Ultimately, that would happen. So. Elvis starred as a convict who played... hey, check this out. Here's an original idea. Elvis starred as a convict who learned to play the guitar while in prison and then became a star following his release. Lots of singing, lots of dancing going on in an Elvis movie. Who'd have thunk it? Unlike the Blues Brothers movie, Jailhouse Rock earned mixed, largely negative reviews upon its release, although critical opinion has tended to be more favorable over time. Some contemporary critics found it scandalous because it portrayed Presley's criminal character as a hero. It used the words hell as profanity and included a scene with Presley in bed with Tyler. The PTA, the Parent Teacher Association, described the film as, quote, a hackneyed, blown-up tale with cheap human values. Yikes. Wait, is that Jailhouse Rock or their description of this show? The song Jailhouse Rock fared considerably better and in fact became a highly praised production number in the film because of its choreography. It had good choreography. If you haven't seen the movie, don't waste your time. Just go out and find the clip of Jailhouse Rock. Additionally, it was also one of Elvis's biggest hit singles, spending 7 weeks at number 1 on the Billboard magazine Top 100 chart, being certified double platinum for selling 2 million copies on 45, with most of Elvis's detractors missing the jokingly overtly gay prison reference lyric when he sang that number 47 said to number 3, "You're the cutest jailbird I ever did see." Again, more of that scandalous devil music, that rock and roll, I tell ya. Let me mention, by the way, that in his life, Elvis Presley had a total of 35 songs that made it into the top 10, including 17 number 1 hits, and is now the best-selling solo artist of all time, with an estimated 1 billion records sold worldwide. Now, in the Blues Brothers movie, the entire band covered the song Jailhouse Rock, as they say on the inside. I guess, yeah. Yeah, they covered it while they were on the inside. I'll try to remember. Is that the term, on the inside? Having never been to jail or prison, I couldn't tell you. Okay, I've been to jail and I've been to prison. No, it was during a performance after they were arrested and sent to jail. And while the Blues Brothers cover version of Jailhouse Rock was their final performance in the film, appearing at the very end of the movie, the original version from Elvis Presley will not be ours today. Not today, not on this show. So stay with us. There's still more to come, including Jake and Elwood's legendary Palace Hotel Ballroom concert, which I'll be playing in its entirety here on the Tampa Turntable Sessions and Hawk Radio. Right now, though, it's the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley, with Jailhouse Rock.
Walking through a party in the county jail. The prison band was there, they began to wail. The band was jumping and the joint began to swing. You should have heard this knocked out jailbird sing. Let it rock. Everybody let it rock. Everybody in the whole cell block was dancing to the Jailhouse Rock. Spider Murphy played his tenor saxophone. Little Joe was blowing on the slide trombone. The drummer boy from Illinois would crash, boom, bang. The whole rhythm section was a purple gang. Let's rock. Everybody, let's rock. Everybody in the whole cell block was dancing to the Jailhouse Rock. Number 47 said to number 3, "You're the cutest jailbird I ever did see. I sure would be delighted with your company. Come on and do the Jailhouse Rock with me. Let's rock. Everybody, let's rock. Everybody in the whole cell block was dancing to the Jailhouse Rock. Rock, rock, rock. I wanna get my kicks that rock. Everybody let's rock. Everybody knows they're rock. Go down into the jail that rock. Down into the jail that rock. Down into the jail that rock. Down into the jail. I heard about this fellow you've been dancing with all over the neighborhood. But why didn't you ask me, baby? Or didn't you think I could? I know that the bottom of the stuff is shining out. I've seen him with a bird all night. But if that was you and me out there, baby, I would have shown you how to do it right. 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 Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, baby. Here we go, loop-de-loop. Shake it out, baby. Here we go, loop-de-lop. Bend over, let me see you shake a tail, baby. Bend over, let me see you shake a tail, brother. Bend over, let me see you shake a tail, brother. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, baby. Here we go, loop-de-loop. Shake it out, baby. Here we go, loop-de-lop. Bend over, let me see you shake a tail, baby. Bend over, let me see you shake a tail, brother. Bend over, let me see you shake a tail, brother. Shake it, shake it, come on, shake it, shake it, come on, baby. Shake it, come on, shake it, come on, baby. Come on, come on, baby. Come on, come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, come on, baby. Shake it up, come on, baby. Shake it down. Do the twist, do the flee, do the swim, do the back.
Hawk Radio in the Tampa Turntable Sessions with Mike Frazier. Hey, that's me! Commanding today's long play anniversary celebration, recognizing the anniversary of the Blues Brothers movie. That's the anniversary. It's been 45 years since 1980 when it made its theatrical premiere. This hour, I'm covering the originals of the songs and music performed by the Blues Brothers in their movie, exploring the original versions of the tunes. First formed in St. Louis before relocating to Chicago to sign with Wonderful Records, a local independent R&B soul label, you just heard the original Shake a Tail Feather from the Five Do-Tones. Do. Released in 1963, it became a top 30 R&B hit. But despite being a fun-sounding song, and it was great to dance to, it was also the band's one-hit wonder. After a few more unsuccessful attempts to deliver another hit, the Five Do-Tones disbanded only 4 years later in 1967. Since 1963, Shake a Tail Feather has been covered by close to 70 different professional artists, including Ike and Tina Turner, Tommy James and the Shondells, Taj Mahal, pop band Hanson, and obviously Ray Charles for the Blues Brothers movie. At 14 minutes past the hour on Hawk Radio, it's time to drive this Winnebago out into the country. No? Yeah. In the Blues Brothers, the band they have an extended scene where they get lost on their way to their first gig and instead end up playing out in the sticks at Bob's Country Bunker, a very, very, very country western bar and grill. Here in Florida, I'd compare it to the Stockyard in Largo, or even Ricochet in Fort Myers. but with a rougher crowd like the one you'd find at the Buckingham Blues Bar in Alva. In the movie, when the Blues Brothers are handed the list of requested songs, they obviously don't recognize a single one on it, and instead just decide to break out and opt to play their normal set that they would play. Within a minute, the capacity crowd at the bar turned on them, so thinking quick, they pivot and decide to play the country and western songs that they do know, no matter how bad they sound. One of those songs that they performed in the movie is a version of Stand By Your Man.
Keep giving all the love you can. Stand by your man. Stand by your man and show the world.
A song whose lyrics are sung from a woman's perspective about sticking by your man no matter his indiscretions. It's a cover version of the original from country music artist Tammy Wynette, who released it in mid-September 1968, eventually climbing to the top of the Billboard Hot Country Singles chart, spending 3 weeks at number 1, while then also crossing over to the Hot 100 Pop chart, where it reached number 19 in early 1969. Now, as pleasant as the song sounded, it did receive criticism from feminist groups who deemed it to be too conservative. For others, Stand By Your Man made Wynette become an anthem for the working-class housewives experiencing marital disappointments. Despite this and being Wynette's most successful song of her career, there clearly was a limit, though, to just how long Wynette would stand by her man. She was married 5 times to 5 different men, all of which ended in divorce. Her most famous marriage was her third, which was a tumultuous one with the country singing legend George No-Show Jones. That marriage, it lasted 6 years. And with the irony not being lost that it was the immediate follow-up to her previous number 1 single entitled Divorce, Divorce. Here is Tammy Wynette, the winner of the 1970 Grammy for Best Female Country Vocal Performance, with the 1968-1969 song that CMT placed at number 1 on their list of the top country music songs of all time. It's Stand By Your Man on Hawk Radio and the Tampa Turntable Sessions.
Sometimes it's hard to be a woman, giving all your love to just one man. You'll have bad times and he'll have good times, doing things that you don't understand. But if you love him, you'll forgive him, even though he's hard to understand. And if you love him, oh, be proud of him, 'cause after all, he's just a man. Are cold and lonely. Stand by your man and show the world you love him. Keep giving all the love you can. Stand by your man.
streams are swollen. Keep them doggies rolling rawhide. Through rain and wind and weather, hell bent for leather. Wishing my gal was by my side. All the things I'm missing, good victuals, love and kissing, are waiting at the end of my ride. Move 'em out, hit 'em up, move 'em out, hit 'em up, rawhide. Cut 'em out, ride 'em in, cut 'em out, ride 'em in, rawhide. Ha! Ha! Keep moving, 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 though they're disapproving. Keep them doggies moving rawhide. Don't try to understand 'em, just rope and throw and brand 'em. Soon we'll be living high and wide. My heart's calculating, my true love will be waiting at the end of my ride. Move 'em out, hit 'em up, move 'em out, hit 'em up, rawhide. Cut 'em out, ride 'em in, cut 'em out, ride 'em in, rawhide.
First recorded in the summer of 1958, it was American singer-songwriter Frankie Laine with Jimmy Carroll and his orchestra, with the theme from the CBS Western television series of the same name, Rawhide, on the Tampa Turntable Sessions, covering the originals as part of our all-afternoon tribute to the music from the Blues Brothers movie. Celebrating early, it's the 45th anniversary of its theatrical release. No, what are we doing? Yeah, we're celebrating it early it's a month and a half early. We jumped the gun on this one here. Movie was released on June 20th, 1980. So yeah, we got this party started early, okay? We're gonna keep it going all summer long. Rawhide ran for 217 episodes over 8 seasons between January 9th, 1959 until December 7th, Pearl Harbor Day, 1965. It launched the career of then 28-year-old Clint Eastwood, who co-starred in all 217 episodes as the young ramrod, Rowdy Yates, before eventually becoming the trail boss by the end of the series. The fictional series portrayed the many challenges faced by the drovers of a long-haul cattle drive. I know, but you gotta remember, television was still something new back then, so they were grasping for ideas. So. Frankie Laine's Rawhide was a commercial success, spending 20 weeks on Billboard's Hot 100 chart, and ultimately peaking at number 8. Its lyrics are all about those drovers, and as you probably heard, simulated the sound of a cracking whip as a cattleman called out his instructions. In the context of the song in the series, the term rawhide is used as slang for a living cow, though ultimately for the cow, in the end, their skin and pelt hide will be treated and made into leather. And on that note, the song Rawhide popularized the phrase, quote, hell-bent for leather, which later the heavy metal band Judas Priest used as the title for their 1978 album and its title track. In the Blues Brothers movie, besides Stand By Your Man, it's the other song we see him perform at Bob's Country Bunker to win over the angry crowd.
Move 'em on, hit 'em up, move 'em on, rawhide, cut 'em out, ride 'em in, cut 'em out, ride 'em in, rawhide.
Turns out the scene was inspired by real-life events that Blues Brothers guitarist Steve the Colonel Cropper had told to Dan Aykroyd. In 2021 Song Facts interview, Cropper explained the truth, quote, "The chicken wire and all that was to protect the instruments. It had nothing to do with the film, with the throwing of the beer bottles. It made sense in the movie, but the reality was, because musicians weren't able to afford drums, pianos, microphones, and all that, when a fight broke out, they'd get tore up. So some of the owners put chicken wire over the stages for when a fight broke out. I played one of those clubs one time." I'm Mike Frazier, and this is the Tampa Turntable Sessions. Another television theme that can be heard during three separate scenes in the Blues Brothers was their version of the Peter Gunn theme. The original is simply titled Peter Gunn and was first written and recorded in 1958 by American composer, conductor, arranger, pianist, and flautist Henry Mancini. Is it flautist or flutist? Either way, in his 1989 autobiography called Did They Mention the Music?, Mancini states, quote, "The Peter Gunn title theme actually derives more from rock and roll than from jazz. I use guitar and piano in unison, playing what is known in music as an ostinato." Which, by the way, I had to look up to see what it meant. By definition, an ostinato is a motif or phrase that is persistently repeated in the same musical voice, frequently in the same pitch. Mancini went on to say, quote, "It was sustained throughout the piece, giving it a sinister effect, with some frightening saxophone sounds and some shouting brass. The piece has one chord throughout and a super simple top line." In the original recording that we're about to play and you're about to hear, the piano riff is played by John Williams. Yes, the same man who went on to become an influential film composer, that same John Williams. So now, as part of our ongoing recognition today of the Blues Brothers movie, 45th anniversary, we're covering the originals of the film's music this hour on the Tampa Turntable Sessions, now with Henry Mancini and Peter Gunn on Hawk Radio. From jolly old England, it's the British blues and R&B influenced rock band, the Spencer Davis Group, with their 1967 U.S. Top 10 hit, Gimme Some Lovin', this afternoon, here on Hawk Radio and the Tampa Turntable Sessions. Written by Steve Winwood, the group's 17-year-old lead singer, Gimme Some Lovin' was written on the fly in about an hour, according to Stevie's brother and the group's bassist, Muff Winwood, in 1969 during a Rolling Stone interview article. What's more, Winwood wrote the song on a Hammond B3 organ, which also explains why it's so prominent in the mix of that song. He's gone on record stating that the Spencer Davis Group then banged out the song in studio in their first or second take. Since then, that organ riff has become one of rock music's most recognizable grooves. It peaked at number 7 here in the U.S. while going on to number 2 in their native United Kingdom. Interestingly, the first single ever released by the Spencer Davis Group was a cover version of Dimples, the classic blues song originally recorded and written by John Lee Hooker. In the Blues Brothers movie, the band tried to open the first set at the Country Western Bar with their version of Gimme Some Lovin', but gets shut down in less than 60 seconds because, quote, that ain't no Hank Williams song. In real life, the Blues Brothers scored their second top 20 hit when their version of Gimme Some Lovin' peaked at number 18 on the Billboard Hot 100 pop music chart. All right. Because we'll soon be out of time, some last character tidbits, fast facts, and trivia I want to pass along to you about the Blues Brothers movie. The character Joliet Jake Blues was born Jacob E. Papa George to Artesia Papa George, a woman imprisoned for killing her husband. By the way, I'm not making these up on the spot. This is the backstory. Jake's psychological profile had him diagnosed as a scrappy, slightly vindictive sociopath, psychopath, man-child with a heart of gold. His favorite things in life were beer, fried chickens, and music, namely rhythm and blues, soul, funk, and early rock and roll music. He sang from the heart, and he never looked back. The character of Elwood was found abandoned as an infant in the Chicago suburb of Elwood, Illinois, by local officer Mike Delaney, and thus was christened Elwood Delaney. He has a psych profile that's very similar to his brother Jake's, except he's softer spoken, slightly more intelligent, and more aware of the reality of the situation that he's in. He's a master blues harmonica player and an incredibly conscious driver who takes pride in his knowledge of motor vehicles. In real life, John Belushi based Jake's personality on Canadian blues singer Richard Hawk Walsh of the Downchild Blues Band, and then Dan Aykroyd based Elwood's personality upon his brother Don Mr. Downchild Walsh, also of the Downchild Blues Band. Additionally, much of the on-screen chemistry and the interplay between Jake and Elwood was based upon Belushi and Aykroyd's real-life friendship, and in particular, that was developed during a cross-country road trip that they took together in the late 1970s. In the movie, the Blues Brothers Band, the Blues Brothers Band, lead singers John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd, guitarist Matt Guitar Murphy, Steve the Colonel Cropper was also on guitar, bassist Donald Duck Dunn, keyboardist Murphy Dunn, and drummer Willie Two Big Hall. Tom Bones Malone on the trombone and saxophone, Lou Marini also on saxophone, and on trumpet, Mr. Fabulous, Alan Rubin. 45 years since its release, sadly, for Donald Duck Dunn, Matt Guitar Murphy, Alan Rubin, and John Belushi have passed away. Of its co-stars, James Brown, Cab Calloway, Ray Charles, Aretha Franklin, Carrie Fisher, John Candy, Henry Gibson, Kathleen Freeman, Steve Lawrence, Jeff Morris, and Charles Napier, they're all gone, leaving only Frank Oz, Steve Williams, and former supermodel Twiggy still with us. Celebrity cameos in the movie, credited or not, came from Paul Rubens, who'd soon go on to create his alter ego character, Pee Wee Herman. There was singer-songwriters Stephen Bishop, Joe Walsh, and Shaka Khan, and writer-directors Steven Spielberg and John Landis, as well as stunt coordinator Gary McLarty, who famously holds up a Grover plush toy and asks, "Do you have a Miss Piggy?" Also, did you know that at the time, the movie held the record for the largest demolition of automobiles ever to be filmed? Today, though, it sits at number 2, just behind the current record holder, its direct 1998 sequel, The Blues Brothers 2000. That is the record holder. And finally, in 2020, The Blues Brothers was selected for preservation in the United States National Film Registry in the Library of Congress for being, quote, culturally, historically, and aesthetically significant. For the movie, Aretha Franklin re-recorded with the Blues Brothers Band a version of her classic top 10 smash hit for a performance in the film. I didn't have it queued up, so that's what I was doing. No, this was the version that she had in the film. Ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived. Coming up after the original version of that song is Jake and Elwood's complete extended and uninterrupted Palace Hotel Ballroom concert performance from the Blues Brothers movie. I'm going to be back right afterwards with the last few final words for this semester. First, from 1968, it's Aretha Franklin with her number 1 song, Think, on Hawk Radio, Hillsborough Community College, Tampa.
You better think about what you're trying to do to me. Think, let your mind go, let yourself be free. Let's go back, let's go way on, way back when. I didn't even know you couldn't have been too much more than 10. I ain't no psychiatrist, I ain't no doctor with degrees, but it don't take too much time to see what you're doing to me. You better think about what you're trying to do to me, yeah. Think, let your mind go, let yourself be free. Oh, freedom, 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 yeah,
day I get out of prison, my own brother picks me up in a police car. I guess you're really up shit creek.
We gotta figure out some way to get that money. Honestly. It's like the Penguin says. We gotta make that move towards redemption.
Getting the band back together might not be that easy, Jake.
Lied to me.
It wasn't lies, it was just bullshit.
Are you the police?
No, ma'am. We're musicians.
How much for the little girl? The women? How much for the women?
negative all the time. Why don't you offer some constructive criticism? You got us into this parking lot now. So you get us out. You want out of this parking lot? Okay. Pants and burgers. Yeah. Lots of space in this mall. Baby clothes. This place has got everything.
Tonight, Jake and Elwood are going out to sing and play to raise money to help you children. Your lazy butts are in this too. So get up on that wagon. We're going up north to put the word in the streets.
And it's ladies' night tonight at the Palace Hotel Ballroom.
Who wants an orange whip? Orange whip? Orange whip? 3 orange whips.
Hey, you better step on it. Yeah. It's 106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
What number are we?
5-5.
Car 55. We're in a truck.
No, taxi driver 9 still engaged. Vehicle traveling southbound approaching Chicago city limits. Commander advises will contact Chicago precinct for local interception. Maintain pursuit.
Here is your receipt.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is the distinct pleasure of the management to present to you the Evening Star attraction. Here they are, back after their exclusive 3-year tour of Europe, Scandinavia, and the subcontinent. Won't you welcome from Calumet City, Illinois, the show band of Juliet Jake and Elwood Blues, the Blues Brothers.
One, two, three, four. We're so glad to see so many of you lovely people here tonight. We would especially like to welcome all the representatives of Illinois' law enforcement community who have chosen to join us here in the Palace Hotel Ballroom at this time. We certainly hope you all enjoy the show. And remember, people, that no matter who you are and what you do to live, thrive, and survive, there's still some things that make us all the same. You, me, them, everybody. Everybody.
Everybody needs somebody. Everybody needs somebody to love. Someone to love. Someone to love.
Thank you. That was for Wilson Pickett. This is dedicated to the late great Magic Sam. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Come on, baby, don't you wanna go? Come on, baby, don't you wanna go back to that same old place, sweet home, Chicago?
And here is your receipt. Wow. 3.5 hours, and now we've come to the end of our special end of semester super extra long play special presentation of our celebratory tribute to the 45th anniversary of one of the greatest musical action comedy films of all time, my personal favorite. It's The Blues Brothers on Hawk Radio and the Tampa Turntable Sessions. It's special to me and the team because this show is also our last live in-studio presentation on Hawk Radio until late August. So, oh, by the way, Hawk Radio, go ahead and play it, Bill. There it is. He was afraid to play anything after he screwed up earlier. So. Now, the exciting news is that we'll still be bringing you special pop-up sessions and showgrams all summer long, starting in a couple of weeks once we get moved into the setup, moved in and set up over there in the beach house. Those shows will air live and be available on both Facebook and YouTube Live. To make sure you know when they're going to be on and so that you never miss a show, go ahead and subscribe to us on social media at Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and or X. Just search for Mike Frazier Radio. Go ahead and leave us show comments and suggestions for future show topics as well while you're there. You can drop me an email if you don't want to do that, mike@mikefrazierradio.com. Now, let me say thank you to several of our regular listeners and show idea contributors in Florida: Amanda, Aaron, Belize, Brandon, Brett, Caroline, Daryl, David, Dawn, Ike, Jennifer, Jerry, John, Jordan, Julie, Caitlin, Katie, Lisa, Levensky, Lori, Netta, Sam, Tatiana, and my co-workers and colleagues and comrades at WMNF 88.5 FM, Mainsail Lodging and Development, Beasley Media Group, Tampa, and a special shout-out, as always, to the 6th Contracting Squadron at MacDill Air Force Base. Thank you. In Chicagoland and Indiana, Bub, Bob, David, Eric, Jason, John, Scott, and Stacy. In California and elsewhere, Anhil, Angie, Heather, Kate, Jason, Jeff, Jennifer, Lindsay, Ruth, and Tom. To each and all of you, I genuinely thank you so much for listening and providing feedback this past semester. Look, man, I wouldn't want to keep doing this and improving it and myself week over week if I thought nobody liked it or if I thought nobody was listening. So again, thank you for listening. Whenever we start to sound too serious, the production team and I like to remind each other, it's about the music, stupid. And sometimes this show is about stupid music. Speaking of production team, we do this together all year. Thank you, Michaela Williams, Patsy Oswald, Bill Hendry, and Josh Pendowski. Together, we are TTS Productions. And we're now going to go celebrate the Blues Brothers, this show, and the end of the semester with pizza and beef sandwiches over at Paul's Chicago Pizza in Clearwater. So, yes. What's that, Josh? I didn't hear you. Oh, yeah, that's right. Bill wrote this, Bill wrote this specifically and wanted me to read it here at the end of the show. So let's see here. It's not that good, Bill, by the way. It's 20 miles to Clearwater. I have a half a tank of gas, unmanaged diabetes. It's rush hour, and we're all still here. Let's go! So, yeah, I told you it wasn't that good, Bill. Thanks. But you wrote it, and you wanted me to say it. So, the Tampa Turntable Sessions is a Quinn Martin TTS production. I am, and always will be, the aging teen idol Mike Frazier. And these are my last few words.
They're not gonna catch us. We're on a mission from God.
I'm going to see you guys at the beach later on.
Can I help you?
That's where they pay the taxes, right?
Right. This money is for the year's assessment on the St. Helena the Blessed Shroud Orphanage in Calumet City, Illinois.
$5,000. It's all there, pal.
And here is your receipt.
Jail. Prison I was there, they began to wail. The band was jumping and the joint began to swing. You should have heard this knocked out jailbird sing. Let's rock. Everybody, let's rock. Everybody on the whole cell block. Who's dancing to the jailhouse rock? Spotty Murphy played the tenor saxophone. Little Joe was blowing on the slide trombone. The drummer boy from Illinois, trash boom bang. The whole rhythm section was purple gang. Let's rock. Everybody, let's rock. Everybody on the whole cell block.
use a wooden chair.
Let's rock. Everybody, let's rock.
Everybody on the old cell block was dancing to the Chicken Lounge Rock, yeah.
Dance to the jailhouse rock. Dance to the jailhouse rock. Who's dancing to the jailhouse rock? Dance to the jailhouse rock. Everybody on the old cell block was dancing to the jailhouse rock. They were dancing, 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 dancing to the jailhouse rock. They were dancing, 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 dancing to the jailhouse rock. Everybody on the old cell block. They were dancing to the jailhouse rock. Everybody on the old cell block. Who was dancing to the jailhouse rock?
Everybody at the hotel bar was dancing to the jailhouse rock.
Everybody on the old cell block was dancing to the jailhouse rock.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Shit, I'm gonna tell you boys, that's some of the best goddamn music we've had the country bunker in a long time.
Sinclair.